Look how worried they've made everybody about retirement. It's freaking disgusting, man. Why am I the only sane voice out there? Man, my man Dustin Tibbetts, I like Dustin over at Jazz Wealth. Any other YouTubers out there that don't speak the truth about retirement? Put them in the notes. I'd love to. I mean, I don't follow very many, if any, financial YouTube channels, but who else is out there promoting the truth on this stuff? It's nuts, man. I don't know. There might be a minority mindset. I don't think he thinks a younger crowd. I like that guy, the Indian guy. The Graham Stephen guy. He's not really retirement planning. He's more for younger people too. Who else? Yeah, the retirement safeguard guy. I see a video. I guess he's advertising or something. Retirement safeguard, something like that. I don't know, man. That guy who's a holy cow guy, something like that. I don't know who these people are. I don't watch their videos. Frankly, I hope they're not spouting fear on retirement planning. I just don't know. Anyway, what's that guy's name? Holy mackerel. I just see him. It's like weird how YouTube promotes people. I don't get it. And look, I'm not saying anything negative on the guy. I don't know the guy. I haven't watched any videos. I just see two that keeps pop up my fear: the holy cow guy and the safeguard wealth manager or something like that. It's weird. All right, so let's. I like Big Al though. Joe and Big Al. I forgot their YouTube channel. I haven't watched it for a long time. Those guys, the money guys who moved up to Franklin, Tennessee. That always kind of bothers me. Franklin, Tennessee, where Clay Travis, Dave Ramsey lives, where all the hoity-toity lives. It's like, man, of all places in Tennessee, you had to choose Franklin. Again, I don't know these guys. I think they're the money guy show. I think they manage money. That's fine. I don't care. I don't know. I haven't watched any of these guys' videos in a long, long time. That's probably to my own fault. I should probably keep appraised of what other people are talking about. But it just kind of bores me, to be honest with you. Oh, is the fire? What's the guy's name? The Firefighter Financial Toolbook. Am I taking too long to get to the point? Am I taking too long for your busy schedule? They're so upset that I took 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 2 minutes and 7 seconds to get to the point that you have so much to do that you actually took the time to comment. I find it funny. Get to the point. I got other things to do. And it puts a 2-paragraph or whatever paragraph comment on there. How busy he is. So here's these guys, and they don't put their name in here, but hey Josh, love your channel. Tell that guy, the Firefighter Financial Toolbook guy, that we like your long-winded videos. That's what this lady says. She didn't say that. I'm being silly. Oh, is that okay to tell jokes and be personable? The financial firefighter guy. It is so stupid. I'm like, man, no one has to watch. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've always been long-winded. Always will be, forever will be. It's the nature of the beast. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't care. I don't care. If it rubs you wrong, go someplace else. I don't care. I'll never miss you, dude. It doesn't matter, and you'll never miss me. I was doing my first started YouTube back in March of 2018. My videos were like 20, 25 minutes, and everyone and their mom saying, they're too long. I said, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? People don't have to watch them. It's cathartic for me. I have a lot of information to discuss, and I get off track. Wow, shoot me. And some people find it entertaining. Some people it's like freaking, it's like cat meowing in front of, like, scratching on a whiteboard or a blackboard, whatever it's called. They hate it. Okay. I don't care. But I'm not going to change. Get to the point. Oh my goodness. Because it's not me. I enjoy this. It's fun. And when you're having fun, you're not going to say, okay, I got to get this done in 4 minutes to make sure everyone watches. By the way, they've done studies that said the best video is about 8 to 12 minutes long, just as an FYI. They have had studies done on that. Some of mine go way over. Most of mine are about that long. But some go about 15, 16 minutes. It is what it is. All right, so here's a lady. Love your channel. Encouragement you give to people to retire. We've had a Monte Carlo done last year and one done about a month ago by our financial advisor. Both times we hit 100%. All right, so the first thing we have to ask is both times we hit it 100%, but what was that based on, lady? What was that based on? So what numbers were they, and I'm not emailing this back, were they using in their Monte Carlo? All right. You got to know this stuff, man, because if you don't know the Monte Carlo is legit. So we want to know average rates of return. We call it mean rates of return and standard deviations. All right, we have to know that. All right, but I still feel apprehensive that it isn't true. We live simply, 100% debt-free. Oh, man, yes. Ooh, take that, Fauci. Take that, Obama. I'm 53. My husband's 60. All right, so your husband's rocking the cradle. Rock in the cradle. Baby fall down. Right, baby in the cradle. I can't remember what that song was. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, whatever, man. My husband retired a year ago, and I'd like to join him. We are planning to live on $3K a month. He has 401k, 400,000 is invested Fidelity. So they got, they got 408 plus 25 plus, we'll just say 150 plus 130 plus 44. They got, oh, of course, my numbers, 400 plus 150 plus 25 plus 130 plus, anyway, I keep fat fingering, whatever. But you can see they got 500, about 700,000 bucks. Now, hold on a second. 408 plus 150 plus 25 plus 130 plus 44 plus, that's about it. All right, so you got about 750 total. All right. We are already on Obamacare. I do not work enough to qualify for employee benefits. Our $3K a month would include Obamacare taxes and living expense. What do I think? Holy crap, sister. So you're living off, we'll just say round up 40,000 a year. You're going to live off that till you're, we'll say 62 for you. Yeah, you'll live through that for another 9 years. And then your hubby, by the time you're 62, well, he'll start his Social Security at 67. So in 7 years, you'll be 60, he'll be 67. And in 9 years, both y'all will be on Social Security. I mean, come on. So your Social Security for your hubby, we'll just say is, I mean, it's probably going to be, $3,000 a month. Your Social Security would probably be $1,200 a month. So right there alone, that's $4,200 a month, just right there alone on Social Security. So we got to make the money last. At 757, we got to make the money last until 9 years from now, essentially. So you're spending 40K a year on 757. That's a big fat 5.3% distribution rate. Whip the flip and do. You're only doing it for freaking 9 years, man. And not even a full 9 years, because in 7 years, your hubby's going to be on Social Security anyway. So no wonder why you're at 100%. But again, I don't trust any guys. Trust me in that regard. I got to know what inputs he's using. If he's using historical rates of return, pound sand guy, pound sand, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't want historical rates of return. We want low ball stuff like what I do in my right capital, because it's always better to err on caution with 100%. Look, I'm from Maine. I'm just a poor boy from an island in Maine. You know what I'm saying? Raised chickens a little bit when I was real young. We didn't have air conditioning. No one had air conditioning in Maine. We'd come home sometimes. The heat would not turn on because my mom forgot to pay the oil, and it'd be freaking cold. You know what I'm saying? So a prepper by nature am I, especially if you're on an island in the north. The ocean, what happens in the ocean? You got to deliver goods. How do you deliver goods when it's freaking 1,000,000 degrees below zero and the cold? Remember the global cooling scare of the 70s. So that's when I lived on the island. All right, so anyway, long story short, so a prepper by nature. Prepper means you prepare for the worst, you plan for the worst, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so what we're doing here is just saying, okay, so in my position, I would use about a 5.5% rate of return on stocks with about a 16% standard deviation. That's what I do. 4% rate of return on bonds with an 8% standard deviation. That's what I do. And that's what you want to see if this guy is doing that. If he's using a 6% return on bonds, that's nuts. If he's using 11% return on stocks, that's nuts as well. Don't need that, man. Anyway, so the point being is, by the time you're on Social Security is going to pay all your bills. I can hear people. Shh. Wait, do you hear that? Pablo, do you hear that? What about health care? Well, she's already on freaking Obamacare, and she ain't paying nothing for it. You know why? Because they don't have enough income. They have so little income, they're going to qualify for premium tax credits. I just talked to a guy here today in Georgia, he and his wife. And we looked at the numbers. It's an HMO. They live in Gwinnett County, which is one county over. They don't have HMOs in Gwinnett County, but it doesn't matter. They're not using the dog very often. They don't travel much. They're just like this email here. Actually, a lot of similarities, frankly. It's kind of funny. But anyway, it's not. It could be that. I don't think it is. Anyway, we looked at healthcare.gov. They're going to pay like $15 a month in Obamacare premiums. They're going to get $1,500 a month premium credits because they don't make more than $35,000, $40,000 a year. Crazy, because they don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And now they will spend about $65,000. Memory serves about $5,000 a month. So the rest, where it's going to come from? Their cash account, because they've been stacking cash, and they're going to continue to stack cash until he quits. Yeah, dude. And so you're living off cash. You got to make sure you clear this is exactly what I told him right here. You got to make sure you clear the first threshold so you don't qualify for Medicaid, but you don't want to have too much income where you lose your credit. So in this case, the sweet spot was about $30,000 a year, 30 to 35, 40 of AGI, adjusted gross income. They're going to live off $14 a month in Obamacare. And I was budgeting, $1,000 a month for he and his wife, and now I get a couple hosts of that. And these people aren't either. What about, so healthcare is covered. You hear the other thing? What about long-term care? Don't you know? How many men are in long-term care facilities? Not many. Thus, what does that indicate? That most men die before they go to long-term care facility. Why? Because they usually are going to get sick at home if this even happens, by the way. In Charlotte, 4 years my junior, she'll wipe my butt, change my diapers, and then she'll hopefully put a pillow over my face, and I'll be gone. I'll be on my great reward. I tell her to take my body, dump it out in the backyard, and let the wormies compost me. You know what I'm saying? From dust to dust. It seems almost biblical. All right, and then what happens is, well, then Charlotte might need a nursing home for herself, assisted living facility, then a nursing home, skilled care. How does she afford that? Oh, she sells her house. Shocking. Shocking. I mean, dude, we don't make a mountain out of a molehill, my friends. This is pretty simple stuff. Now, if you have debt, it's a different story, man, because debt, you need income to pay the debt down. Well, 100%. That's why going into retirement with no debt is so important. Doesn't mean if you have debt, you should pay it off right now. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't be successful in retirement with debt. I'm just saying it frees up a lot of concern about where the income comes to make that debt payment. Because if we're trying to get Obamacare cheap, and we have to pull $40,000 a year to pay off our mortgage and our car loans and stuff, that $40,000 has got to come from someplace. It's either going to come from an IRA, 401k, well, it's going to be taxable to you, and that will immediately put you starting to get you close where you're going to lose the credits if you make too much money. And that $40,000 is just to cover your debt. You still need to know that, $30,000, $40,000 to live on. You see what I'm saying? Where's that money come from? That's why it's so important to go into retirement debt-free. I'm telling you, if you're debt-free, I guarantee these people right here, they drive older vehicles as well. Guarantee. You know why? Because they crush. Anyway, yeah, you're going to be fine, sister. But don't let your Fidelity advisor say, I ran a Monte Carlo. I didn't say, did she say Fidelity? I don't know if she said Fidelity. She didn't say Fidelity. Don't let your advisor just say, your Monte Carlo shows 100%. Yeah, at USA, we used to have Monte Carlos that showed 100% too. You know why? Because we're using 6% for bonds and 5% for cash. When cash was paying like 1/2 of 1%, bonds were paying 2%. Because that was a historical rates for return and 11% of stocks. Freaking nuts. No, wrong answer. Right. Don't forget, these videos help. I got to say this at the beginning of the video. You want to buy me a cup of coffee? $5? I think it's $5. You can buy me 2 cups of coffee for 10. You could buy me 20 cups of coffee for 100. I'll take it, dude. I'll gladly take your decaf coffee. That's all I drink. Down the doobie-doo. And don't forget to sign up for my email list as well. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you